Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but man, I've been struggling a little bit lately. I'm turning 60 next year, and I've gone back and forth between going, I want to feel super empowered, to finding that I've been feeling a bit sad, and even sometimes almost depressed, because I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm moving to like that stage of my life. Like, how many years do I have left? Where it used to be like, well, you're going to live for 50 years at least. Now I'm realizing our parents all died in their 70s. My dad did make it to his 80s, but just so when you're turning 60, it just feels like it's not that far anymore. And I've been really struggling with that lately. And I'm not that kind of person. If you know me at all, I'm a pretty upbeat, happy person. But I realized that I think I was getting caught up in, I don't know, just how the world sees you as you get older and things like that too. And I've really started to work on redefining my whole thought process of what is important to me, and to make sure I keep those thoughts away, because I don't think they're good for you. And if they're hitting me, then I know they're hitting other people. Because like I said, I'm a pretty glass half full person. And just recently, it was starting to hit me. And I think it's, as I'm actually trying to share joy with people, I feel like for me, it's almost like a personal attack, because I feel like, because I have faith, I feel like Satan never wants you to be happy, right? So I'm trying to find my way as I'm getting older. I'm trying to read my Bible more, find my faith more, and just feel content in these years going forward, instead of always searching, always being busy. I'm really guilty of that, of just finding peace right here and right now. And I was just starting to, I'd say a few weeks ago, and just recently in this last 2 weeks or so, I've really struggled. So if there's anyone else goes through that, like, reach out, write something down below or whatever, and let's share and talk about it, because I don't think these things are talked about. And like I said, I'm a pretty healthy, happy person, and I can feel those feelings. So I know that other people definitely are, and I think we should talk about it a bit more. So for me, how I'm dealing with it is, like I said, I literally didn't know what to do. I was just like, why am I feeling so down and stuff like that? So for me, some of the things that I start to do to help myself is just getting out in nature is an awesome place to start. If you like being with people, know that you have to enjoy that, and not everybody does all the time, but if you do, start going out with your friends again. I think for me, I can be a bit introverted sometimes, so I'm very happy in my own company. But for me, now that my kids are grown and am entering this next stage of life, it's become more important to just get together with other people in whatever ways, even if it's just something casual or light. I'm trying to just go out more and not make anything too heavy, but just go and see people and just not be by yourself all the time. I think that's really important. For me, like I said, also just getting back into my faith. I've been going to church a bit more, and I'm not like a big, heavy religious person, but I've always had faith. And sorry, you can hear the washing machine above my head. I'm now filming in our basement because it's the only place I can get some peace and quiet. But yeah, I think this digging back into the roots of my faith has become really important in helping me feel more stable, and also helping me feel less alone. Like, because as we start to think about like the next stages of our life, for me, it's definitely grounding and helpful for me to think about walking through that part of my life, in my case with Jesus. So that is something that I have really been going back to, and has really started to help me feel better. Just, yeah, so that's another good thing. Exercising a little bit more. I think I've talked about that in a couple of my other videos. Like, I just want to feel the best that I can. And I struggle a little bit sometimes. I think ever since I went through menopause, I kind of got things shifted around a little bit. So I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight, like not tons, but lose a little bit, just kind of trim up and do more weights and just get a little fitter that way as well. And then spending time with those that are important to you. For me, it's my granddaughter. I just have one. She's just having her first year birthday this weekend. So making time for that. And yeah, just doing things that are important. Trying to get on here more. I think that, you know, it feels like the more I say I'm going to come on all the time, I feel like I don't know what to say. But I also realize that I should come on here and talk about the things that I'm feeling, because I think they're important. I think they're important for others to be able to talk about it too. We can all talk together and share the things that we're going through. Then we're not alone. Because if you're a person that doesn't want to go out and talk to people, or you can't, we can have a fellowship on here. We can have a family here. So I just wanted to share that today. And I don't know what I'm going to keep sharing, but I'm just going to share my journey. Other thing I was going to tell you, I did go for another tinnitus I developed tinnitus about 1.5 years ago, and I've gone through all of these doctor's appointments, just normal ones like family doctor, ear doctor, my dentist, who then sent me to some kind of orthodontic specialist because I have clicking in my jaw. They thought it was related. I just went to an ear, nose, throat doctor who said, nope, it's not related at all. You just have it. Part of it's your age. Great. So he was just giving me some different things that I can use to deal with it, because it's not going to get cured. Sometimes they go away on their own, but for me, there's a couple things. I told him I have a giant fan beside my head when I sleep. I have a big floor fan, and the sound of that just, I don't even hear my tinnitus, which is great. I don't hear it as much as I used to. I think my brain is kind of adjusted to it. But he gave me some tips, which I will share with you. I guess there's something you can get that goes right behind your ear, and it's just, there's the washing machine again. But it emits a little sound that somehow your brain, I don't know, it somehow zeroes out the sound of your tinnitus. So I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. There was also something else he talked about, which goes in your pillow that no one else can hear, and it emits a frequency, and that will help your brain click off from the tinnitus. So I thought those were all really interesting. I have a little sound machine, which I'll show you maybe in my next video. I don't know what I did with it. I'm going to take it traveling. It's only like this big, and it makes the sound of like white noise or wind or whatever you want. So that's going to be in my next video as well, and I'll be taking that to Mexico. But yeah, so it sounds like tinnitus is something I'm just going to live with, and I'm okay with that now. I think last year I was stressing out a bit because I wasn't used to it, and it sounded so loud. But as I've kind of gotten used to it, and like I said, my brain's just kind of adjusted into it, I don't notice it as much, which is great. So yeah, but anyway, we're going to celebrate my husband's birthday today. We're going to go, it snowed a lot here, so we had to do a lot of shoveling, and then we're going to go out for a bite to eat and enjoy the rest of the evening. So thanks for hanging out. I guess I should go do my hair and put on a little bit of makeup, but I'll see you guys in the next video.